Why isn't AWP getting the $75,000 reward in the Kiely Rodni case? Welcome to this unidentified channel. Today, we are talking about Adventures with Purpose, a $75,000 reward, and where that money went. And we're starting right now. We all know Kiely Rodni went missing or was last seen on August the 6th. Immediately, flyers were printed. They offered a $10,000 reward for any info leading to finding Kiely Rodni. Within a day or two, the reward was increased to $50,000. New flyers were printed and distributed. On August the 15th, an anonymous person donated an additional $25,000 to the reward money for any info leading to finding Kiely, or the recovery of Kiely is what the actual $75,000 flyer said. For 2 weeks, the Placer County Sheriff's Office and several other law enforcement agencies, including the FBI, searched for Kiely Rodni. About 20,000 hours were used in this search. They searched by airplane, by helicopter, by boat. They had swimmers, they had divers. They searched extensively, is what we have been told.
DG's asking you, I think she's in the water, in the car, drove in the water. Have they checked the water? I'm sure they probably have, but is there anything you can tell us about, have they sent dive teams in, do you know, or anything like that? Or
Yeah, so there have been dive teams sent in, and I can pretty much only say they've done thorough searches through the waters, through the lakes surrounding. They are searching the waters. They are searching the campgrounds and everywhere, related lakes that are near, because Boca and Stampede are 2 reservoirs that are near there as well. And they are doing searches through there every single day. They have been for the past 3 days. They have done extensive searches to points that you wouldn't even believe the FBI and those people they are going.
I'm impressed.
On Friday, August the 19th, Adventures with Purpose came in. They had announced earlier in the week they would be coming in to help with the Kiely Rodni case. They got there late Friday night. They searched a body of water on that Saturday. On Sunday, they went to the lake where they inevitably found Kiely. They found her on Sunday, August the 21st. And they reported that to the authorities that needed to be reported to. If you haven't already, go check their video out of them finding Kiely and the car in the lake. Since AWP found Kiely, they have been making their rounds on the different crime YouTube channels, just doing interviews and giving a little info and being personable and being reachable and letting us all know some of the things we may not have known already. And one of the things that Jared with AWP said is that rewards are mostly bogus. Now, this was a little mind-blowing for me. I'm gonna put the video up here for you to watch now. It's Zav Girl interviewing, not really interviewing, but this is Jared with AWP up on a panel on Zav Girl's channel. Take a listen for yourself.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then, just a few more things. We don't come into these based upon any rewards. We find that most rewards are just bogus and BS.
Mm-hmm.
To date, we have only ever once received a reward, and we split that evenly among the team members. And that way they can do and choose how to spend it that's going to best suit them and their families. They're not real. They like the individual that you had
yes,
on the Trash Talk.
the PI, yes,
Yeah.
for Jared Hall, yes, and he has been notorious for saying that he's going to give rewards out and reneging on them. And anybody who hears this within the sound of my voice, who supports him after everything he's done, especially to Zav and to everybody else out there, if you guys care, it's truly disheartening to see that. So yeah, yes.
So now, you know, from time to time, families will offer up donations. You know, from time to time, when we know the family is struggling, we will have them put up a GoFundMe immediately that we help drive, you know, the donations to cover funeral expenses, which is usually in the 5 to 10 range. And so, you know, I advise a $10,000, you know, funeral expense is what we do. We've done that for, you know, probably 5 or 6 of the families that needed that help and that assistance. You know, we've helped, you know, fire departments raise funds for, you know, underwater drones and to help them get sonar as well. You know, that's what we're here to do, is to help the entire community. So, you know, one, we'll never turn down. We'll always honor a donation if it comes our way, and or a reward. So, you know, when the news came out of, well, the AWP doesn't, no, we do. They just not, it's not why we come and we do these.
A little mind-blowing, don't you think? I just don't even understand that. On the internet, I have been able to find one article, and only one. If you can find more, please let me know. But I found this one article I'm going to read to you now. You can read along with me. I'll put it up here for you to see. All right, this article was written on August the 26th and published by Reno Gazette Journal. Siobhan McAndrew, I'm sure I am messing up that name, but Siobhan McAndrew, I don't know. I'll put it up for you to read. All right, so it was published on August 26th, but updated on August 26th. Okay, it looks like it was updated like, what, 13 minutes after it was published? Adventures with Purpose won't collect reward for finding missing teen. The reward in the case of missing teen Kiely Rodni, which had climbed from $10,000 to $75,000 in the 2 weeks following her disappearance, won't go to Adventures with Purpose, the private dive team that found Kiely's body in Prosser Creek Reservoir, not far from where she went missing. Some of the largest donations will be returned to donors. Adventures with Purpose does not accept rewards, said Linda Lucetti, a spokesperson for the Rodni family. She said the reward was partially funded by a GoFundMe account set up for Linda Neiman, Kiely's mother, that has raised nearly $63,000. Now, I'm just going to side note here. Kiely's mother's name is Lindsay, not Linda. However, this article reads Linda. Larger donations pledged to the reward have been returned, Lucetti said. Law enforcement confirmed that they had not helped organize the reward and had no knowledge or involvement in how or if it would be paid. Kiely, 16, was last seen in the early morning of Saturday, August 6th, at a party of 200 to 300 young people at Prosser Family Campground, 10 minutes from the mountain town of Truckee and a popular hangout for young people. The last data received from her cell phone was at 12:33 a.m. Saturday. Efforts to find her involved multiple law enforcement agencies searching in the water, by air, and on foot, but Kiely seemed to have disappeared without a trace. The agencies used dive teams, swimmers, and sonar equipment to search Prosser and other lakes in the area, while the FBI sent 50 investigators to work it as a possible child abduction. 2 weeks from the morning Kiely was last seen, Adventures with Purpose found her body inside her upside-down silver Honda in 14 feet of water, 55 feet from the shoreline near where she was last seen. The dive team used high-tech sonar equipment to find the car before sending a diver down to confirm. An autopsy later confirmed Kiely was in the car. An official cause of death is pending an investigation and results from a toxicology report. Adventures with Purpose is expected to stream an episode of Finding Kiely in the coming weeks on their YouTube channel, which has millions of followers. It has not returned multiple requests for an interview, but online says it funds searches through video views, subscribers, donations, and merchandise sales. It says it does not charge families or law enforcement. In a previous case, Adventures with Purpose threatened to sue for a $100,000 reward promised in the case of missing Iowa man, according to a 2020 story in the Des Moines Register. In that case, Adventures with Purpose went to a small Iowa town to search for 22-year-old Ethan Kazmierzak, who disappeared in 2013. They found his body in his car at the bottom of a quarry pond. When reached by phone Friday by the Reno Gazette-Journal, Iowa businessman Brad Staley, who had helped organize the reward, said Adventures with Purpose didn't end up suing. He said Kazmierzak's family gave the dive team money. He could not say how much, but believed it was a significant amount. That's the end of the news story written in the Reno Gazette-Journal. Take a listen at what Jared had to say about that $100,000 reward.
The Iowa case, they're like, well, you know, they went to go sue for the $100,000. I was pissed. Listen, that reward, as we're learning, we didn't go for the reward, but it was offered. And so when the business owners decided to yank it the night before, after we found the vehicle, we reported it, and then, you know, law enforcement is coming in the next day to remove the vehicle. Law enforcement understood how important it was for us to be there. Otherwise, our viewers would come down on them because they saw what happened over in North Carolina. But the reward was yanked the night before. That suddenly it had expired, so it pissed me off. It's like, yeah, I'll sue you for it, but
100%.
But then in the end, it was like, that's not who we are. That's not why we came. And so if it's there and it's offered graciously, 100%. If it's not, if you don't want to honor it, I'm not going to hold you over the coals. It's not my problem. It's not on my shoulders, because I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing regardless.
Now, I understand that AWP doesn't take money from the family. They don't take money from law enforcement as being hired. However,
there's one more aspect to this that I do want to talk about, and it's the families. While we do not ask for a dime from them, some of them have stepped up and they've said, Jared, we did have some reward money. We would like you and your team to have it. Some of them also said, you know what, even though you were not able to find our lost loved one, you gave us answers, and for that, there's a little bit of our appreciation. And because we are a team, whoever is traveling in the RV and who is ever working that mission that day with us as a volunteer, we have always been 100% fair, straight down the line, and we've shared that evenly with no one person receiving more than the other. I hope that you have enjoyed the insight that we have given you in this video, showing you how Adventure with Purpose is actually funded, how it operates, who benefits from it, and your role in all of this. Because as I say, AWP is not possible without you.
if there's a reward offered for information leading to finding someone or actually in the recovery of that someone, why does that reward money go away? I don't understand. Make it make sense. I like that. Make it make sense. It doesn't to me. Especially the anonymous donor that donated on the 15th. $25,000 he gave up of his own money to help find Kiely Rodni, and guess what? She was found. I don't know. More to come on the Kiely Rodni case. From what I understand, the law enforcement agencies working her case will not be releasing any more information until November 1st. That's a little ways away. Lots of other information has come out. I'll try to get a video out on that. Let me know your thoughts on this reward money. It's all just a little much, right? I mean, I've never questioned rewards before now, but should we be questioning all rewards put out for missing persons? Let me know what you think. Thanks for being here with me. I'll see you next time. Finding Kiely and the car in the lake. Since they have found Kiely, they have been, since AWP, within a day or two, results from a toxicology report. An official cause of death is pending an investigation, and results from toxicology report. One more time. Iowa business. Since Kiely's been found, they searched talking about bogus donations, or not donations, an autopsy. Should we request, should be Kazmerzak, I don't know if I said that right. All right, let's start that over. And then on Sunday, they went to the Prosser Lake. An autopsy, no, that's not true. Scratch that one. If you haven't already, which I'm sure you have, go check out their video they put out of them actually finding the car and Kiely. It's Zav Girl interviewing, not really interviewing, but I want to read also